whatever this is. I don't know what it's called.
Thanks for helping me, Bob. Alrighty.
Hi guys, and welcome back to At Home with Elisa. Today Charlotte is helping me, and we wanted to share with you our onion harvest. So we bought 3 punnets of onions, so just a little 6-pack of onions. We bought 3 of those in the red onion, the brown onion, and the white onion. We purchased those back in April last year, so in autumn, planted them, and now we have a huge onion harvest, which is so exciting. Too many that we can't use in one meal.
One meal, yes, that's right.
So these are our brown onions. We have some lovely white onions, and we have the red onions, and we also collected some garlic as well. So we planted all our onions in the autumn. They grow for about 8 months. So I am in a temperate climate, New South Wales on the Central Coast, and we planted them in April. Truth be told, they were in their punnets for a little bit longer than they should have been. My husband was in and out of hospital, so they really got planted a little bit later than what they should have. I would have much more than this, but I thought it would be really good to actually see, like, compare the pricing. So I know that I paid $3 per punnet, and I got 3 punnets, so that's a $9 expense. And I thought Charlotte and I can clean all these up, which I'll show you how to do in a second. Yeah. We'll clean all these up and see how much they would cost at a grocery store today. So these onions were actually harvested a couple of weeks ago. Ideally, you'd like to pick an onion. Was it? Yeah, it was last year at this rate, wasn't it? Yeah. So ideally, you would like to pick an onion. So when the stalk's all green, but the first 2 sets of leaves are brown, that's when you want to harvest your onion. That's the best time. Ideally, leaving an onion out on the field where it's been picked is ideal. But I'm not sure if you can tell behind us, but we have had a lot of rain. And I knew that the rain was coming, and I didn't want to leave them out to rot in the field. So we have been leaving them up here on the veranda, haven't we? Yeah. We've left them up here to dry out, kept them nice and dry, kept the airflow around them. So they're nice and dry, so we need to clean them up. Essentially what we're going to do is just lop them off here with some scissors. So that's what we're doing, Charlotte. Yeah. We're going to lop them off here with some scissors. And
I already have one that's like
we
that.
have. Oh, do you want to show the camera which one? Show that one.
And this is our biggest one.
That's one of the biggest ones. We have eaten quite a few of them already, but you know, it's not a completely scientific experiment. But essentially, the loose bits here, just take those off, remove them. You want to cut off here. These roots, when you harvest them, you make sure you leave the roots on, and I'm going to chop those off. So then we want to look at storing them. So Charlotte and I are going to do a large cleanup of all these onions right now, and then we'll talk about storing them.
You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you're doing fine cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full. Trust the right, don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. I see you hesitating while you're waiting, like somebody's gonna give it to you. You gotta chase it, gotta believe it. You gotta go get it for yourself. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full.
So Charlotte and I are just going through, some of the onions have got like loose papers, and that's what we're trying to peel off, but we're trying to leave essentially as much of the onion intact as possible, just because it helps with storage.
I did notice that one of them, like, yeah, that won't survive. Will not keep that one.
We've just had such terribly humid weather. Normally at this time of year we have really long, hot, like high 40s or low 40s sort of summers, dry spells with usually an afternoon storm occasionally. This year we've had rain nearly every day, haven't we? It's a cute one.
He's still bad.
We've had so much rain that the humidity levels have been at about 80%. So these have been drying up here on our deck out of the weather, but obviously with that much humidity in the area, it's been really hard to dry them out properly. So we're just seeing what we've got. But yeah, ones like that, we won't keep those. And ideally you don't really want it to go down to where it's removed all its layers. So these were all harvested probably about a couple of weeks ago. I had my family over and my sister helped. Yes, last year. And I had my sister help harvest the onions, and we also harvested our garlic as well. Some of our garlic got big, but most of it actually stayed small this year, which is evidently it's happening all along the east coast of Australia, so I don't feel so bad. So yeah, they were harvested a couple of weeks ago. They need to dry out for a good 2 to 3 weeks, which it has been. We just had a Christmas period, so it might even be a little bit longer. But just trying to clear them all up now, and then we can actually see what we've got and we can weigh them and see how we go there. Yeah, see how much they're actually, how much we pay if we went to the shops today and bought these onions. What would we pay? I just thought it'd be.
Actually take them to the shop. Ask if they would like.
Ask if they would like onions.
So like some onions.
I just thought it would be. Look at that, it's tiny. I just thought it would be an interesting experiment to do because it still amazes me. It still amazes me that you can put seeds, or in this case starts, little starts, onion starts, into your garden, and yes, they grow for 8 months, but that doesn't bother me.
Very weird.
That is a weird one. But to actually get, you know, a decent harvest from them for the cost of $6 and a bit of time, it's just amazing.
You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. You are like me, and I'm like you. You are like me, and I'm like you. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy.
Okay guys, so we have just finished weighing in all of our onions, haven't we? And I just jumped online to our biggest supermarket that's sort of nearby us and just checked the prices for the red onion, the brown onion and the white onion. Strangely enough, the white onion is only available frozen, but I got a price per kilo for all of them. So let's have a look at the results. So our results were that the red onion, we had a total of 2.17 kilos of red onions. For the brown, that's actually 3.12, and exactly the same for the white, 3.12 kilos of onions. So that's what we collected. Down here, we've just got our shop prices. So now we can total it up. Charlotte, when I total them up, are you able to write these in these fields here for me so that then we can add them up? Okay. 3.
Sorry about my hair.
Can you please write down underneath the red that we've got $6.51? So the dollar sign, 6.51.
Don't worry if they're backwards.
And we've got, if you can do the brown here, we've got $11.23. Okay, so 3.12 times by $5.40 equals $16. So 16.84. Lovely. All right, now I'm going to add all these up. Wow. So all up, we have grown $34.58 worth of onions. Now, again, that could have been a lot better if I had have planted them on time and not left them in their little punnets for a couple of weeks. They really were struggling. And also, what else was the problem? And also if we hadn't already started eating some of them, but just interesting to see anyway. So that is all our onions totaled up for the year. A lovely basket of onions. I think that's fantastic for us. We did do onions last year and I didn't have this big a harvest. So yeah, you want to show? So to have a huge big basket of onions like that is absolutely awesome for us. I will store them. They like to be kept in a dark, cool, dry place. I will try and see if I can accommodate that. We are in tiny homes, so sort of spots like that are a little bit limited. It's a bit hit and miss, but I can put them in the fridge as well. They just won't last quite as long. These actual white ones here, what I'm looking at doing is actually chopping them up and just putting them into freezer bags in our freezer because they're not as strong as your brown onions. The flavour isn't quite as strong. But I love to use the red onions in salads, so I'm looking forward to those. Look at that. Yum.
This is our biggest.
Yeah. One thing as well, when we did, I did cut the end off one of them, so we have to find that one because when I was trimming the roots off, I actually cut into the onion itself. So anything like that, you just want to be checking every week just to make sure that your onions are still okay. So this is all stuff that I've done from reading. We did have a few onions last year, but not like this. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's been such a fun time just to see how much of that harvest we got. The harvest itself was so funny. My sisters were here and honestly we've just giggled, and Charlotte and I have had a good time doing that, haven't we? Even though now we smell a lot like onion. That's what I can smell is onion.
The people at the shops are gonna be smelling onions off the
Yeah,
time.
they will smell onions. I think we might have to wash our hands. So we're off to the shops now to go get Charlotte a new school bag because she starts year 3 very shortly. Yes. So we are finished for the day, but thank you so much for joining. She's going crazy. Thank you so much for joining us today.